Anyone home? Is somebody at home? Knock, knock in the building. How you doing? I hope all of you are doing well. I hope I meet all of you in the best of health. Did you guys see the title of my video? Is the fights in Biggie's house. Like these fights are becoming too much. I'm not sure I like Baz Booz, but I'm still not sure I do not like Baz Booz. You know that feeling, guys. You know that feeling where you somehow want something, but sometimes again when you get that thing, it's not beginning as if it's not what you want. I don't know if what I'm saying here is making sense to any of you guys. Like, okay, the fight between Emisi and Faith yesterday. I'm so glad that it didn't result to something big, right? Both parties were at fault. You see, my problem with fanatics is the fact that you will always want to support your faith, and it's good. There's nothing wrong with you supporting your faith, but as you're forgetting supporting your faith, you should also know your faith is a human being, and your faith is also prone to mistakes. Faith overreacted yesterday. That's the truth. He overreacted. Did Emisi do something? You know, one thing I've noticed with Emisi, she has this outlaw character. Like she doesn't like to follow rules. Yeah, she has that character outlaw. They call it. If you guys know what I'm trying to say to you, where she's daring, I go do and me do your worst. You know that kind of thing. But sometimes in situations like this, you should just follow rules and regulation. Because what I noticed, what I understood yesterday from eventually when Kibobo was having a conversation, right, trying to explain to their Jason G how I think what the whole fight. But I was surprised that with all that shouting, Kibobo said he didn't even notice that anything was happening between Faith and Emisi yesterday in the house. From Kibobo's explanation, it kind of made sense, right? Now they have lost their wager. This time around, nothing like one team won and one team did not win. The whole house has lost their wager, and we all know the meaning of losing wager. It means hunger, and we all know what hunger causes fight. You understand? Hunger comes with anger. They say a hungry man is an angry man, and that's the truth of the matter. So that everything is being under supervision, and for the longest of time, I've noticed that K Bobo has been the kitchen prefect. Like he's been the one from one head of house to another. K Bobo has always been saddened with the responsibility of taking care of their food or their food stock, if you know what I'm trying to say to you, whether a wager has been won or a wager has not been won. Bobo is usually responsible for taking care of everything. And the fact that this time around there's going to be scarcity of food, we know how it is any week that they lose wager. And on top again is bare minimum wage week. Do you know me that I'm watching it as an audience? Today when I was just looking at the house, even me, I was exhausted. You know what I'm trying to say to you. Like, I can't wait for this week to be over, for these housemates to go back to their kitchen. Like them being jam packed in that laundry area now that has become their new kitchen. Them living technically in the garden. Like me myself as I'm watching them, I'm exhausted. Like I don't know, there's just something that shows in the house that is getting them on their edge. For me, I suspect that was the reason for Zita's outburst. So in as much as yes, I knew what Zita was also saying, sort of made sense because the truth of the matter is that Sultana and Doris, they feel like they're better than every other lady in their house. That's what I've noticed. Not only do they feel that they're better, they also have this spirit of jealousy. From day one, you see, they suffered in their hand. There is the one they were selling, calling some paper yash. That one, no be say, no be say. If not, I'm trying to say to you, yeah. Now coming back to Emisi and Faith break out, a bit outbursts. Yes, Faith had this temper that he overreacted, and I'm proud of the fact that he admitted that he was wrong. Right? He admitted that that side of him was wrong. Okay. He admitted that that side of him, he was wrong for what he did, honestly. Now, they should just thank their God. Maybe in Lagos or in Big Brother's house, they don't have fire kerosene. Me, I'm in River State, I'm in Port Harcourt. Everything we have fire. We have fire kerosene. We have fire fuel that can easily explode at every small this thing mishandling. You get, in fact, Faith didn't even know how to on the off the stove, which I understand because we're in an era where stove is no longer invoke. Sure, you understand? Charcoal to all those, everybody's gas, gas, gas. You get. So he was very annoyed with Emisi, but in a way, I don't know. I'm not trying to enable Emisi before people say that I'm among those people that are supporting Emisi's bad character. But in a way, Faith should understand Emisi. Emisi used to be his friend, and him and Emisi used to be party. Emisi is someone that is like she has a problem obeying rules in the house. She obeys big Rasun, of course, power pass power. But she has a problem with obeying rules in the house, especially from heads of house. Every head of house, Emisi behaved like that. She did that too during who was that head of household that week? The person before Ruboy, who was head of house before Ruboy, I beg. Now Emisi did that because I think there was also a wager, there was also scarcity. In fact, since these housemates even came into Big Brother's house, there's always been scarcity of food. Why? Because they have lost more wagers than they have won more wagers. So these guys have been struggling, sort of. I think so far it's only 1 week. That was that week of drama, the Nollywood thing, was when the whole house won wager. Usually it's one side that will win, it's one side that will win, or both sides will just lose. So there has been scarcity of food. Onyeka, how you doing? I'm fine, I'm fine. Onyeka, tomorrow I'm starting exams, so and see me I did here, they do live stream. I just wanted to cool off. You know, that kind of thing. So Emisi, everyone knows that Emisi is an outlaw. She intentionally does not obey instructions. I swear they want to finish Faith, but Faith is equal to the tax. You see Faith now unshakable. But when you look at Faith too, Faith also feeds from that toxicity. Onyeka, I don't know if it's just me, but I see a characteristics of a covert narcissist. I'm undiagnosed, so I'm not a professional to begin with. So let me even quickly say it now before somebody tomorrow will say, "Where's your profession? Where's your professional certificate of psychology?" Because these days when people come and they are very bold to ask you for certificate of something, it's if you don't they catch me. Now, low key, Faith has a way of feeding on negative energy. Do you understand? But I was surprised for the first time yesterday, the pressure was real on him. Well, I was very surprised because if you followed Faith's journey, he feeds on negative energy. He likes speaking fights. It's like he likes annoying people and getting reaction from them. That's what I've noticed from Faith too. Even as much as his supporters will say, no, 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 you guys should just calm down. This time around, it's not about trying to. It's not about that's correcting your favorites. Is not going to reduce the love you have for your favorites. But yesterday it was real. Yesterday it was hot on him. Like yesterday, like everybody hold on for mind. Yes, he's playing it well. Yes, he is. It's working because he triggers like Faith triggers people like it's almost like he has everybody's mumu button on his hand. He triggers who he wants to trigger. And he successfully does it. Like, and he always gets a reaction from them. But if you look at it low key on the lining, these housemates tend to have I don't know what they tend to have some kind of anger towards the boy. A lot of people are moving towards him. Yes, a lot of people are moving. You know why? Because he is playing mind games. Let me tell you something this time around, Onyeka, with this season of Big Brother, and I'm so happy it's like that. For the first time in Big Brother show, we have which entered week 6. This is week 6, right? If I'm not mistaken, and there is no winner. Like there is no see, we have a winner. I am so like I just love this Big Brother show this season, and forget that we have fans and all of that. But I noticed that this time around fans are not so toxic. Now maybe the pressure happening in Nigeria self is enough to humble everybody, but that's by the way. I love the way this season is going. There is no unnecessary picking winner for one thing or the other. Do you understand? May the best man or woman win. At the beginning, it was Dede, right? But now people now realize that Dede is not even as smart as she is or she presents herself to be. She's a smart girl, don't take it out of context, right? But Dede, just like some of the guys in that house, we don't know who is winning yet. I swear, and I'm so happy about that. We don't know who is winning, and I like it like that. Dede, I'm not saying she's dumb. She's a smart girl. Very, very smart. Like, there are some things that she even reacts to, that me, I'm very impressed that she reacts to that thing. Like, see what is happening now between she and Midi. Midi is giving her space and she's not pushing it. And I'm so happy that she and Joanna has kind of a good relationship. You can see that the gift that Biggie gave Joanna, she actually chose to share it with Dede. And it's very good for Dede. So at least Dede can stay away from those her so-called fishes. And she can, you understand what I'm trying to say to you? Now, but this is what I'm trying to say here, right? Most of these guys in the house. They don't have game. And that's why you see low key, Jason is gradually looking lost in that house. Those guys don't have game. If Midday will stay away from Bright, Bright doesn't have game. Most of those guys in that house, aside from Sheep, like the guys need the sheep more than the ladies. Forget that the ladies are yaka yaka all over, but the guys need sheep more than the ladies, because the sheep, for me, I think, is the only storyline that most of the guys embarked on this season. So if they're not having any proper sheep, they look just like that in the house. I'll say, aside from people like Culture and Ruboy, and even Collar too, low key, right? Collar has successfully decided to develop one relationship now with Imisi Abi, if you know what I'm trying to say to you. And Collar is Collar. Like, what done by Collar is Collar. Collar is gradually becoming the DSTV inside that house. I don't know if you know what I'm trying to say to you, right? But if you look at most of the guys without a lady in the picture, without a female in the picture, the guys this season don't have game. Oyeka, correct me if I'm wrong. The guys this season, they don't have game. People should mention them. Mention them now. They don't have game. Even Mensan, that was coming off like one comedian, he was all over the place shouting. Yes, Ivata, to some extent, his relationship with Ivata, to some extent, gave him extra screen time. Honestly speaking, let truth be told, I love Mensan. I like the guy very well. But when you look at that, his relationship with Ivatia, he gave him extra screen time. Bright, that is the worst. You and I know very well. In as much as him too, he's trying his best to create a triangle that I don't know when the triangle will be, because Isabella Conde, like say she don't develop cold feet. She said she wanted to come between Media and Bright, but I don't know. I don't just understand, because I don't get what she's going to flirt with Koyin for. That Koyin was busy telling Mide that, sorry, not Mide, Dede, that Isabella is coming at him or something like that. I thought the plan was for her to come at Bright, or could it be that she just withdrew, because you can see that Sultana is trying to insert herself by force inside that triangle. I don't understand, but well, that's, by the way, everyone wants to create a storyline for his or herself so that they can stay long in the house. I understand clearly, but the truth of it is that, aside for me, when you're entering that kind of house, you should have more than one agenda. Do you understand? If sheep does not work, something else should be able to work. Do you understand? And that is the reason why you see Jason is looking lost in that house, in the absence of that his ship with Sultana. I don't know, that his ship with Sultana, I really don't get it, right? The Sultana desperately wants to ship with him, but it looks like he's not interested. And then secondly, I don't get why suddenly now he has also entered the midst of talking about people. But let me quickly let me talk about this talking about people. See, this show that I would like to notice a human experiment. Even as we're talking now about them, are we going to say we're gossiping about them? I just feel that there is no way you will be in an environment with people. There's no way you'll be in space with people that you will not talk about them. That's one very important thing you guys should understand. This house is more toxic. Enemies today, friends tomorrow. Exactly. They're just like politicians. No permanent friend, no permanent enemy. Friend today, enemy tomorrow. Friend today, enemy tomorrow. There's no permanent friend. Because once upon a time, Faith and Sultana were very close friends. But today, I don't even know if they barely are even talking to each other. Kola and Doris, once upon a time, were very close. As it stands now, I'm not sure they're even talking to each other any longer. Who are good? Imisi and Faith too. Once upon a time, were very good friends, but as it stands now, they are gradually becoming enemies. Sabi, or is enemies too much a strong word? But they are gradually disliking themselves. They don't like themselves. That's the truth. Who again? A lot of friendships are on and off, on and off, on and off, and I love that. In any way, I love that somehow, because um the like I said, is a social experiment. Human dynamics, human mindset. As long as we're living together, one way or the other, you will talk about each other, because you're existing together now. You're existing together. If you're living alone, will you talk about anybody? No. But you're existing together. You move here, you move there. But where I don't feel comfortable in the talking about is when the things that are being said are very vile. Yes, where the things that have been said. And true, that is where today I really supported Zita for coming at those girls after that workout today, where she came at Susu and Sultana and Doris. Let me break down my own analysis of Sultana, Doris, and Susu one by one. Let me start with Sultana. Sultana thinks she's better than everybody in their house. Sultana thinks she's one kind of high class baby. You hear what she was telling Zita, that outside Zita cannot talk to her. Girl, you guys are in Big Brother's house, so forget your outside life. As you enter that place, they've locked door. Outside is outside. Now you're in Biggie's house. Now Salty feels like, I don't know her lifestyle before coming into the house, but she feels she's better than everybody, and that is why she easily gives, what will I say, she easily gives this vibe of, all of you are beneath me. Do you know, I remember the first day they even came into the house, right? Was it the first or the second day? But the introductory day, Sha, you could tell, okay, the first day when it was all only the ladies and everyone was saying what they do and all of that. Now you could tell that when she noticed, I think for me that was what gave her the guts. You could tell that when she said what she was doing outside, aside from her beauty business, when she now said alongside what she was doing, and if like charity organization she's running or something like, or a voluntary um, uh, um, humanitarian um thing she's doing by the side, you could tell that most of the ladies did not understand what she was saying, and that thing just gave her an edge. It was like that thing just gave her that pedestal she just climbed upon, and she's working on with it till today. Now, when she said they were dealing with people, that she was in an organization where they are creating awareness for people on the spectrum. Now, technically, to cut the long story short, in as much as yes, she's on television and she might not want to say some things that will come off, that will trigger people, she's just literally trying to say that they are creating awareness for people with special needs, which a lot of those ladies did not understand what she said when she said they're doing with people. So probably it could be autistic children, or it could be visible impaired people or something, but she just generalized that people on the spectrum, and a lot of the ladies did not understand what she meant by that. And boom, sister, that was where she just embraced her superiority. You understand? She now felt she was better than everybody. Now, Telma was another person that also had that vibe. But well, I'm not coming to Telma yet. I'm trying to analyze those three ladies. So Salty, that was where Salty began to feel so high and mighty. Then Doris. Doris is another person that, well, in the entertainment scene, it's like she has attained a certain level, right? So that made her feel that among everybody here, she's the one with the most CV when it comes to being in front of the camera. And she paints herself as someone that is highly talented. She has done one or two. She has had one or two achievements that have gone viral online. And well, she's a creative person as well. So and there's nothing wrong with feeling yourself because you are good like that. So that thing for me is what makes her feel like she's up there. She feels that she knows too much, especially on the entertainment scene. This is somebody that has met people. Like, she's an actress. I've seen her until Still. Like, I was very surprised. I've been seeing her there because Still is a program that I have watched for so many years, and I still follow it, kind of, right? I've been seeing her on the show, but well, I didn't notice her. Not until she came on Big Brother show. Boom, when they showed her, I was like, I see Doris. So you see how this Big Brother show is a huge platform actually that skyrockets them. So she feels she has this huge achievement that most of these housemates have not attained. Now that is another button on her, another star on her shoulder to make her feel on top. Then Big Soso is also on the same line. These three ladies, I think they are riding on the same boat, whereby they feel that they are highly intellectual, they are highly exposed. Who remembers when Big Soso came? The first day she came and the second day the guys came. This lady, the first day she claimed that she knew how to give CPR. I be what they call CPR, just that to resuscitate people now, right? She claims that she knows how to do it too. Then honestly, I've forgotten which housemate. I think is it Tracy or so that said, you will teach me. She now said, no, she can't teach her, that because she's not too good at it as well. That it's not been long. She started learning before she came. David, hi. Thank you so much for coming. Welcome. Please give the stream a thumbs up. Thank you. There are about 23 people here, but we have only 3 thumbs up. 20 people. How fun. Now just double screen on your tap. Double tap on your screen and automatically is a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Or you can come down, check, and it's automatic, and you just give a thumbs up. Kowe. It's not hard. Just double tap quickly. It's another option. Then, or go on the side, and then you're good to go. You understand? So I forgot who told her that please teach me. I think it should be Tracy or Sue. So then she was like, no, that she's not really good at it. She cannot teach. Now that was the first day. Thank you very much. That was the first day. Now, by the second day, when the guys came in, and Faith is a doctor, she now got talking and realized that Faith was a doctor. The next thing Big Soso said was, she knows how to give CPR. But yesterday, you said you know how to give CPR, and somebody said, please teach me, and you said, no, you're not too good at it. Now the second day again, you met this doctor and you're trying, and I don't know what. See, professions and professionals, everybody has their own path. Honestly speaking, nobody is superior to the other. Nobody, everybody has their own uniqueness and their own relevance in the society. I don't know why these housemates are trying their best to compete with faith. Doctor na doctor. Medical doctor is a medical doctor. I don't know why they are trying to compete with this guy. You understand? Yes, intellectually, all of them too, they are intelligent too. Trust me, like all of them are intelligent. But it's just that the area, there's some certain areas of concentration, their faith is better. And they can't take it away from him. Okay, see the day they did that task of X7 that has to do with cosmetics. You can see that Faith did not really have an idea. I remember when they were asking them a product that helps with the skin barrier, right? Which happens to be vitamin B3, also known as niacinamide. Now you could see that Faith was not sure. At the end of the day, Faith's team even lost. It was Sultana and Telma. I don't know if Telma is also into beauty business, like, or she's just an enthusiast that knows so much about cosmetics and all of that. I don't know. So at the end of the day, you guys saw clearly that Faith lost, and that is because he didn't have an idea of it. Let me tell you something. The irony of the whole thing. Even if Faith was a dermatologist, he wouldn't still have idea on cosmetics. Cosmetic science or cosmetic studies is totally different from dermatologists. I don't know if what I'm saying here makes sense to anybody. I'm talking this way because I myself, aside from outside YouTube, I'm actually a cosmetic formulator. So I know a lot about cosmetics. Cosmetic studies is totally different from dermatologists. Totally different from dermatologists. Do they all operate on skin? Yes. Yeah. Do they all operate on skin? Yes. So I really don't know why these people are trying their best. See, person will know something, know the thing. It's just professionality. Now, if today they will bring any legal file into the house. Now, Big Soso, we have an upper hand, which I doubt she will even have an upper hand if it's a Nigerian legal file. Yes, because she studied abroad. It's like she's a lawyer, she's studying abroad, and the constitution in outside Nigeria is not even the same with inside Nigeria. I don't know if she had come into Nigeria, take up some courses, and understand the legal system of Nigeria. Last, if they bring legal system, okay, maybe actually, let's say a general legal system, probably she will have an idea. But if they even bring Nigeria on, she might still slack. Tracy is an engineer. If they bring engineering terms, Tracy will blow. Do you understand? So I don't know why. Still talking of legal terms. If they bring Nigerian legal system profile, people like Manson will shine because he's into the legal profession. So what are we not saying? Everybody has their area of concentration. Someone like Dinari studied library and information science. Now, when you bring things about information, ethical issues or ethical considerations on the dissemination and transmission of information, trust me, Dinari will be a big boy there. So I don't know why they are dragging with Faith. I don't know why. Okay, see the day that they brought that amateur competition, I wasn't surprised that Faith won. I wasn't surprised. Atimeta and Loma friend, Trina, be whatever. He knew all those things because he's a medical doctor. And it's like he started from a GP, if I'm not mistaken, and he's trying to be a cardiologist or so. I've been neurologist. Sorry, it has to do with something with the brain. He wants to specialize on working with the brain. So when somebody is trying to specialize, and it's like he has already started the journey of trying to become a neurologist. So automatically, when somebody is trying to do something that has to do with the brain, he's going to invest in psychology. He's also going to invest in sociology, and that is why it's easy for Faith to trigger people. They'll tell you that psychology is reading people's mind. I'll be reading it. So I don't know why these people are not understanding that at the end of the day, Faith is not in competition with anybody. It's just that the things that have been falling on his lap is and things that are related to what he's familiar with. Imagine as before Gigi Jasmine left in that house, imagine there was a task that had to do with DJing, right? That had to do with DJ, and believe me, she would blow. Do you understand? Because she understands all those dicks and all those their whatever of DJ. So when they are, especially Telma, when they are trying to if I know, let me don't even name names, all of them in that house. See what Jason is saying today, that if Faith wins this show, let him bend. He should be careful, oh, for he's too fine for him to disfigure himself using his mouth. Eh? He should not use his mouth and disfigure his face, his physical appearance. I mean, you want to bend to where? You understand? Because one thing I know for sure, me, I can beat my chest and say is that Jason will not win this money. You get? So I'm not saying Faith will win or anything, but me, I know say Jason no go win that money. Hands down. Thelma is just no, Thelma is not a fool. I wouldn't want to call her a fool. But Thelma is very, she's this kind of person that easily misunderstand things. Like, so someone like Thelma, when you are close to her, you'll be literally walking on eggshells. She's someone that feels that she knows too much. And like I said yesterday in my okay, no, day first in my live stream, I said Thelma has this me syndrome. You understand? Thank you, Khadija. She has this me syndrome. Like she wants everything to come back to her. I don't know if I'm trying to say it. Okay, let me give you an example why I said that. She lost too much attention on her. Why did you think she was interested in Kaikumi? Because at that time, there was something about the relationship between Isabella and Kaikumi. It was dragging a lot of attention. Sort of. It was dragging. So she wished she was the one that was in that shoes. And probably because they claimed that from outside, their management had already made plans for them to come and hook up in the house, blah, 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 blah. But that was by the way. Thelma just loves everything to come back to her. Okay, see the fight of last week Sunday between Manson and Ivata. You understand? See it. Now, she should even allow Manson to talk. For where, if Manson starts the statement, she'll say, even me, I'm a public figure. Even me, I remember me and my exes. Even me, I drag. Like, when you want to listen to someone, or you want to be a listening ear, or you want to be a shoulder for someone to lean on, you're supposed to listen. You understand? You're supposed to listen. And personally, my own personal life, I hate when I come with my own problem. You're not telling me if it's me, if it's me. Automatically, you are already downgrading me. Like, you just feel that you're, like, you just feel that you're better than me. Like, I don't know if that's the right word. Allow me to talk. Even if I mess up, allow me to finish talking. Then you can nicely, as long as, because the moment you give someone your shoulder to lean on, number one, you have to be patient with the person. You have to equally be nice with the person. You understand? The person, it will be a case of beat with the left hand and drag the person and hug the person back with your right hand. Not a case where it's like you're throwing the person under the bus, you're making the person feel worse than they were already feeling even before they came to speak to you. Now, I don't like that kind of move. I don't like that kind of move. Now, Thelma has that me syndrome. Anything you're saying, okay. Now, let me also give you another example. When she and Isabella were in good terms, and funny enough, she and Isabella, they are from the same place. All of them are Calabaris. They are from River State. They are supposed to even be sisters, so but all of them they get cois for head. Now there's a bracelet she dashed Isabella, though Isabella asked her for it, then she removed it and dashed Isabella. Now, so along the line, I think Isabella just, that was last week or so. Isabella now removed the bracelet and kept. Then Culture carried it and wore. Do you know when she saw it, she was angry. Now why would Culture wear that bracelet that she gifted it to somebody? Now, are you seeing what's happening? But this is the same girl that you're acting like you don't like her, you have issue. But it pained you that what you gave the girl, somebody is wearing it. So she has this me syndrome. I don't know if you know what I'm trying to say to you guys. When she sees a situation where somebody is trying to shine, you could see that she wants to step in and water down the person's efforts. I don't know. You guys should correct me if I'm wrong here. Just water down the effort. Now, another person that I want to talk about is Mide. I've held on to Mide's topic for a very long time, but let me say it today. How many of you guys notice that Mide is that typical friend that we have in our life that we carry and put on our head, but that person does not care about us like that? I don't know if some of you here have watched Real Housewives of Lagos. Was it the season 1 where Laura called Chioma her friend? Right? And Choma said they are not friends, that Laura is just an acquaintance. Laura is just a customer that patronizes her hair business. Now, in Laura's head, she's friends with Choma, with their level of interaction. She assumes friendship. But and Choma on her own part, they are not friends. She has a boundary. So I think that is the relationship between Mide and Dede. And there's nothing wrong with that, if you guys understand what I'm trying to say to you. So when I see people trying to drag media online, I just feel like I almost nearly also drag media, but later on, I now saw it. I now decided to analyze it, right? As a human being, there are people that carry you and put on their head. They love you so much. But you now, your heart has not created a space for them the same way they have created a space for you. Dede truly loves Mide. Like, in as much as Mide claimed that Dede was one that approached her for a friendship, right? But you could tell that Dede has this high value. She has this high worth for Mide, but Mide doesn't have that for Dede. And there's nothing wrong with that, because if Mide really valued Dede as much as Dede valued her, Bright cannot tell Mide not to go and talk to Dede. And like, how do I even put it for you? It's not about choice here. Some people are saying that Mide choose Bright over Dede. No, no, it's not about choice. To begin with, Mide does not have Dede on that high spectrum that Dede had her. Of course, just like she said, Dede was one that approached her for friendship. Now, Dede that wanted the friendship, I think Dede was ready to nurture that friendship. Dede was ready to value that friendship. Dede was ready to embrace that friendship with Mide. But Mide, now that they approach, see, it's just like in real life. Somebody approaches you for maybe a business proposal or a business deal. Yes, she now, that's her nature. We all have traits as individual. You have your individual trait, David. I have my own, right? You get what I'm trying to say to you. Being corny can be somebody's trait, but that doesn't necessarily mean the person is bad. I don't even know what I'm trying to say to you. Probably because I don't know, maybe I'm in a city where is a place where, how do I even say it to you, is not okay. Let me just digress a little bit, right? I grew up in the north central part of Nigeria. I grew up in Jos, right? And honestly, growing up in Jos, our life was laid back and all of that, right? But as I speak to you presently, life brought me down to south part of the country. Currently, I'm based in Port Harcourt. Now, coming to Port Harcourt, I now realize that people around me are very cunning. As I speak to you now, David, me myself, I'm corny. Me, I'll tell you the truth. So sometimes being corny might not necessarily be a bad thing. Everybody has life experiences. Everybody has changes that happens in their lives. There is nothing wrong with Mide being corny. I don't know if not, you guys understand what I'm trying to say to you. She might just be protecting herself. You understand? And yes, now David, they laugh. And let me tell you something about females, David, that you might not know. Women, even you men, you normally say that women don't used to keep friendship. Do you understand? But that's not true. If there's any set of human beings that keep friendship, is women. If you look at a family where the people in the family are united, is women that unified that family. Trust me, if you know what I'm trying to say to you. Like, coming from a woman point of view. You know what I'm trying to say? Because if you look at, men are not so emotional like that. So they can easily lose, they can, how do I even put it? Men are not emotional beings. Women are emotional beings, obviously. So men can easily let go of a relationship. But women, hey, up Nipa, Nigerian factor. You get, but women now, we hold on to relationships. I don't even know what I'm trying to say to you. So when you look at the setting of Mide and Dede, it was strange for Mide, probably where she's coming from, for another woman to approach you for friendship. Do you understand? So, of course, it popped up that curious part of her. What does this girl want? Because normal women were hardly friends with each other. I don't know what I'm saying here is making sense. Guys, it's easy for people to meet. Hi, una don't become bro code don't start. But we women, we don't have sister code. Do you understand? Even though they say sisterhood and lie, we don't have sister code. But that does not mean that we still do not have each other's back. So Dede approaching Mide, and from Mide's point of judgment or Mide's point of view, how can a fine girl like this approach her? Because there's something with beautiful ladies. They are good at envying themselves. I've heard somewhere that fine ladies are the ones that have the most low self-esteem. And I'll be tempted to believe that thing, because they, in their brain or in their head, they're always feeling that they're in competition. I don't know if you know what I'm trying to say to you here. I wish if you're, that kind of women here, we understand me. Ladies here, we understand me. So, Mide being approached by Dede for a friendship, already 100% in her mind, she feels that the friendship comes with ulterior motive. Yeah, why, David? She already automatically felt in her head, from a female point of view, that relationship already was carrying an ulterior motive, which is not true. You understand? Do you know? I don't know. I saw somewhere online that Mide has 6 brothers. So you can imagine a girl that grew up among guys. Eh? She will also have that bro code. You understand? They said that she has 6 brothers. You understand? I don't know how true it is. Now, a girl growing up among boys, not only is she going to have a tomboy mindset, she's also going to have a tomboy vibe. So if she approaches a lady for friendship, it will come from a pure place, it will come from a truthful place. You understand? Even if she did not grow up among boys, there are women like me, any day, anytime. I value female friendship over male friendship. Me, the main issue is about she and this beauty. Thank you, Helen. Thank you very much. And you know that we women, we have that problem too much. You understand? Everybody is fine in her own way, but you will not see so much competition. Ellie, I don't know whether while growing up, or I don't know how old you are now, but yeah, while growing, maybe when you're in your 20s, like that. When you have friends, female friends, and you guys go out, and men are hitting on one of them, everybody will begin to hate on that lady. All of a sudden, for anything, if you guys want to go out, you will not want to go out with her. I don't know if you know what I'm trying to say to you. Women, for the longest time, we've had that issue, and it's not like and it's not like you guys are not fine, no. But at the moment, it's just that lady. I would say, coincidentally or luckily for her, I don't know, or unluckily for her, because sometimes not every man that hits on you that is luck. Some can be unlucky. Now, it just happened that she's the one getting the attention. So naturally, women, we or rather the men self, have also played on that emotional side of us, or that psychological part of us, where we always feel that we're in competition with our fellow woman. Meanwhile, reality is not supposed to be like that, or it's not even like that. Guys, I understand what I'm trying to say to you, Helen. So Mide, I think she grew up with that mindset, or she has that mindset of competition, because I was surprised that Mide was indulging the conversation of who fine pass. I don't understand. Like, what didn't bring that? That's for me. What brought that thought to her head? Like, she's feeling like she has the finest guy in the house, and it's okay. Keep the finest guy in the house. Why are you still feeling why are you still battling with low self, because I'll call that in low self-esteem? Why are you still trying to compare beauty? You're a very fine girl, and mind you, they say beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. The fact that all the guys in the house are going for Dede as their face number one face card, that is what they see as the beauty. Mida is a very fine girl, but the fact that the way guys are drooling over her is not the way they are drooling over Dede doesn't change the fact that she's a very fine girl. I don't know what I'm saying here is making sense. Unfortunately, we women, for the longest of time, we've allowed men to play on that psychological side of us, where we always feel that we have to compare. We have to compare. There's always comparison of beauty. There's comparison of steez. There's comparison of wealth. There's comparison of age. That is why they had before anything ageism will start. They will start insulting you. Will start insulting each other with age, and I hate that thing. I don't know if now I'm trying to say to you, but why is that when it's men, it doesn't work that way? You see a 50-year-old man comfortably being friends with a 20 or a 30-year-old guy, and they're not comparing anything. They're not comparing money. They're not comparing who find person. They're not comparing anything. But why is that women, we always come towards that direction? And when you look at Mide embodies that that negative, I'll call it negative female energy, where there is that comparison. Do you understand? Because otherwise, why would you allow that? And to begin with, the level which Mide took that friendship is not the level which Dede took that friendship. Dede came into that friendship with loyalty, but Mide did not come into that friendship with loyalty. And does Mide owe Dede any loyalty? No. Does Dede owe Mide any loyalty? No. It's choice. It's choice. So that is why low key, for me, I'm not angry with Dede. I'm not angry with Mide. I mean, I don't have any issue with Mide. The fact that she's doing whatever she wants to do. She's not a child. She's an adult. She's free to do whatever she wants to do. Are you getting what I'm trying to say to you? But the only thing is for Dede to actually notice that where she places Mide is not where Mide places her. That is it. Simple. It's just like Sultana going to meet Imisi to tell Imisi that Kola is using her. And to be honest with you, after what happened yesterday, I'm beginning to suspect that yes, Kola is really using Emisi. Yes. And I don't send her to Bukola. I not send Mide. I don't have anything. I don't know, Bukola, do you have problem with understanding English? I don't have any issue with Mide. I am cool with Mide. I'm saying that people that are even condemning Mide, I'm like, why are you guys condemning her? She has a choice. Bukola, English is a borrowed language. Bukola, you're Yoruba. I'm sure you're not. English is not your first language. So it's obvious that my conversation about Mide, you don't even understand what I'm saying. I'm not throwing jab at you whether you understand English or you don't understand English. What I'm literally trying to say is that Mide does not owe Dede any loyalty. So whatever Mide does in aspect of her relationship is her business. So I don't know why you're coming here to say Mide does not send me. Neither I send her because I'm watching her show and I'm talking about it. So if you don't understand English, pack one side first, yeah, Bukola. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that friendship is a two-way thing, but it's not by force. Like just the way you're here, Bukola, it's not by force for you to be here. Another thing I feel like Mide thinks Dede likes Bride Loki. She is insecure about her friendship with Dede, but her truth is Dede really likes Mide too much. She likes her too much. Even yesterday, that was her birthday. Was it yesterday? If I'm not mistaken, her birthday before yesterday, that was her birthday. You could see that she was still trying to organize a gift for her. You understand? I bet David, forget about those ones. So English is a problem for us. I don't know why these colonial masters did not allow all of us to be speaking our language. They gave us one, they first imposed one language on us by force. Not only impose us as one country, they now impose one language. So a lot of people, the problem with them is English. And I'm okay with people on misunderstanding me. I'm okay with people. Hi, Juliet Silva. Hey, longest time. Where have you been? Where have you been? Thank you so much for coming. Give this stream a thumbs up. Don't forget, okay? You get what I'm trying to say, yeah? So, friendship for Dede is a big deal. Like I said, I heard that Dede grew up with 6 brothers, Abi, or so. I don't know how true it is. So, it's a big deal. Friendship for Dede with Mide is a big deal. For Mide is not. And there's nothing wrong with that. There is no, you as a human being like this, Helen, I'm sure you have friends that, I mean, you have people in your life that love you so much, but you now, your own love is not up to their own, and it's not your fault. Do you understand? And you get people you love now, then they don't love you back. As life day. It's just like what is happening now in the house. Yeah, to be honestly, longest time there. It's just like what is happening now in the house, if I'm not mistaken. Mide loves Bright. And I don't know. Bright, it's doing as if Bright likes Dede. But that's by the way. Doris likes Collar. Doris likes Collar. Collar likes Dede. I don't know who Dede likes. So it's just life for you. This one will like you. You would like. I don't know. It's a general thing. You will like this person. This person will like you. Dede really loves Mide. She really likes Mide. Okay. But Mide might not necessarily like her like that. Mide really loves Bright. I don't know. It's all about emotions. Let me just scatter it this time around. I don't want to know whether it's romantic or unromantic. But there's how life is. You like this one will like this one will like that one will like this one. It happens. It happens. So to me, if people are trying to like chastise Mide and all of that, see, they might leave that house and they will end up still becoming their best friends. You know what is affecting Mide and Dede's relationship? People are trying to mirror it to... How comes I've forgotten these people's name? Oh, people are trying to mirror it to Victoria and Cassia's friendship. Do you understand? When Mide and Dede started their friendship, automatically people gave them Cassia and Victoria's vibe. And unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. So it's just what it is. I don't see anything wrong. I don't know. There's something about Mide. I don't know why people... I like Mide. I don't know. People are saying that Mide is this... To me, what Mide is doing, I don't think she cares if Dede finds out. And you see one thing with love, you do one thing with love. I'll use the word love. Most of the time, love cannot be reciprocated equally. If I love you, you cannot love me the same. That's the truth. Love cannot be reciprocated equally. Mide cares about Dede. Don't get it twisted, because you can see that in as much as she's with her Bright, at this point Bright is giving her 101% of his attention, you could still see low key Mide still misses Dede. So it tells you that there is also a certain level of emotion that Mide has towards Dede. If you know what I'm trying to say to you, you can see that her relationship self with Joanna, at the beginning, if you look at it, Mide did not necessarily really like Joanna, but when Dede and Joanna started becoming close, Mide had no choice than to try to warm up to Joanna. Bright likes Dede. He didn't just want to approach her again because thank you. You start. I was telling you that they talking with fear. For me, what I'm seeing, Bright likes Dede. And the fact that Dede bruised his ego by refusing to give him a hug, that thing is what pained him. Do you know, it could be that I'm just guessing, I'm not saying it's fact. It could be that Bright even came close to Mide, not necessarily to ship her, but just to get close to Dede. But along the line, things went out of hand and he ended up shipping Mide. If you ask me, like from my own little view, from my own little dissection of that relationship, I think he now sort of tried to come close to Mide to get close to Dede somehow by proxy. But along the line, emotions, romance now enter between him and Mide, because I don't see the reason why Bright wants to see, or let me see, give another option. Could it be that Bright is all of these manipulative guys that when they come to a lady, they want to separate her from everybody? I don't know. You know, there are some guys like that. Just the same thing. There are some ladies like that. When they are dating a guy, they want to separate him from all his friends. They want to separate him from everybody. In fact, some will even go as far as wanting to separate you with your family members. Could it be that Bright is that kind of person too? Like he has this manipulative antics in him that he wants to separate. He wants to isolate Mide. I don't know. You get, because when he comes at Sha, maybe his media around will help us understand what is in his head. Because when you look at it one moment, it looks like Bright has this love and hate for Mide. Sorry, he has this love and hate for Dede. You know, Mide, Dede, the name wants to be alike. He has this love and hate for Dede. You get what I'm trying to say to you. Now you can see that how he's seriously coaching Kola on how to, for me, he's seriously coaching Kola on how to hurt Mide. Not even how to love Mide, it's how to hurt Mide. I mean, I don't know, for whatever reason, Kola listens to Bright so much like that. And I'm so happy for Dede that she's still not so, I don't know how to even put it. But every day when I see Dede and Kola, I'm just praying to God that Dede should not fall my hand. You know, the other day, last week, that there was kiss matter. How did the team pay me? They miss each other a lot. Yes, you can see it too. Mide, you know, there's a saying that you don't know what you have until you lose it. Do you know, it's as her relationship with Dede, there was a sudden gap. Do you know that is when suddenly you could see that Mide, like you could see now, maybe Mide didn't even know when she even became attached to Dede. She didn't even know. Maybe in her head she felt that the lady met me for friendship. She didn't even know when she actually started liking. Bright is using media and color to hurt Dede. You think so, Gaga? Really? I have not seen it towards that angle. Oh. Explain, how do you mean Bright is using media and color to hurt Dede? Let me understand. If you tell me he's using color to hurt Dede, yes, but media to hurt Dede, I don't know about that. Me, I feel he's using media to get to know more about Dede. Do you understand? But hurting Dede, I can't tell. I don't know. I don't know about that. I've never seen it towards that angle. But that your angle too is also another angle to explore. Explain in Nangaga Efe how you mean by that. Me, I see it like it's only color. Do you understand? If not, and Kola said that they keep him mouth shut. That's the problem that used to hurt me with Kola. See last week that kiss or no kiss that kept the internet kept going back and forth. They kissed, they did not kiss, we're not too sure. Sure, you understand. Before you say Jack Robinson, he has gone to tell everybody. He has gone to tell, and you know what sweet me with Dede? Oh God, oh. You know what sweet me with that girl? The following day, she spent the night with Koyin. Hi! That thing sweets me. Eh? Like, you see that thing that Kola was thinking he has achieved, that he has already started going around to tell everybody. He was even explaining to Missy that he kissed Dede. Oh God, oh. I never see man we like they talk where they kiss and tell like that. He talks bad about Dede frequently to media and it sticks in her head. So she somehow developed that hatred. Okay. But me, I just see like Mide just has her own personal whatever. She just has her own personal thing with. I don't think so. Do you know what I said? I don't think Bright has entered Mide's head. If Bright has really entered Mide's head, Mide would have thought of Dede since. But for you to even see that there's this low key envy when she even sees Dede and Joanna, it then means that she still has this love for Dede. So I don't think that Bright has converted it. Yeah, hey, that exactly, Helen. Me too. I'm sorry. I beg to differ. Exactly. I don't think so. Mide has her own. She has her own. Whatever. She has her own opinion, or she has her own mindset towards Dede. I don't think Bright. Bright, Mide might be talking anyhow, right? About Dede without any. She might be talking anyhow about Dede to Bright, but I don't think Bright has entered her head. No. I don't think Bright has entered her head. No. If Bright had really changed her, like, or if, as you're saying, if Bright has really influenced her love for Dede, It's you people will know now. It she will not even do as if she will. In fact, it's hard that will look for fight that will even make she and Dede not to talk. Or there was this weekend like that she and me Dede and Mide had small clash in the salon. They had small clash. I think there was something Mide was not doing correctly, and Dede was trying to correct her, and Mide picked offense. If truly whatever Bright has said has gotten to Mide to act harsh towards Dede. You see that fight of that week that day that Dede was correcting her that she wasn't doing it the correct way. It would have been that day she would have cut off Dede. But after that issue, they were good. In fact, when they were even quarreling, when they were even having that small disagreement, Sultana was there, and you could tell that the both of them did not even want Sultana to notice that they are having squabbles. So it tells you, I'm not saying he totally influenced Mide, but he gave her confidence to talk about Dede. Mide talks, Mide likes Dede, but she's a little insecure. When you say insecure, yes, I agree with you. Like just like I said earlier, she has some little insecurity, but that part I don't think Bright has successfully. But Bright has made her to have a little bit of a loose mouth. Do you understand? She has a little bit of a loose tongue or a loose mouth when it comes to talking about Dede. Probably because of the way she feels safe around Bright enough. Because if you look at it, Mide does not talk about Dede to Kola the way she talks about Dede to Bright. I don't know if what I'm trying to say to you here makes sense. Yes, with Bright, she talks anyhow. To be honest with you, there are some things that when Dede says and when Mide says about Dede to Bright, it takes me aback. But if you notice, she doesn't really do that like that with Kola. So it tells you that she is just so comfortable with Bright to actually talk about Dede the way she's talking about Dede. But I don't think that is coming from a bitter place like that, You get, she has just gotten very comfortable with Bright. It's just like boyfriend and girlfriend. You people will gossip now. The guy will gossip his friends to you, you gossip your friends to him. The same thing too. Media has grown so accustomed with Bright. She feels very comfortable around him, and she talks anyhow around him. Like, in fact, sometimes it seems as if these housemates actually even forget that there's a camera, or they feel that maybe their conversation is not relevant enough for the camera to capture. And here's the reason why that Sunday that Ebuka even asked her about that her conversation with Dede, where they are comparing beauty, it took her aback. She was shocked. She never thought that something like that would actually be noticed. She was shocked, and she quickly smartly downloaded everything on Kola's head. And when Dede went to her diary room session with Biggie, she literally poured every blame on top of Kola as well. Yes, you're right. That's what I'm saying, because she knows Bride doesn't like Dede, so she comes there and talks bad about it. Are you sure Bride does not even like Dede? Are you sure Bride does not even like Dede? There's some kind of love that used to look like hatred. Are you sure that Bride does not like Dede? It will shock now. But well, at the end of the day, when you look at it, the fact that Dede refused to hug Bright the first day he came into the house, that he really bruised his ego, and he's really holding it against her. So in a way, if people say that Bright loves Dede, I will agree. If people say that Bright hates Dede, I'll still agree, because Bright has a love and hate relationship towards Dede. You're correct. Gaga Ifi. He has this love and hate, but I still see it like it's not that deep. Do you understand? And you know why his contempt towards I won't use the word hate, because hate is too strong. I'll say his contempt towards Dede. Do you know why it's worst? Because Dede still doesn't see him with any relevance. If you look at it, Dede hardly talks to him. Dede hardly really plays with him like that. Trust me, if Dede gives Bright face, it go shock una. Okay, see all of those their parties. You could see that he's always looking out for he's always looking out for Dede. If you guys remember, there's one of the parties that I think she fell down. Also, I don't know that she was a little bit drunk, or maybe it was the high heels that she wore that kind of made her missed her step. You could see that Bright quickly came to help her. But there is usually something. Let's talk when we talk of real life experience. If only Mido knows Dede doesn't cause at all. See, even the day that Koyin wanted them to speak about Mide's issue after that live eviction show that nobody was evicted last week Sunday. Koyin wanted them to have that conversation, and you could see that Dede just said no. You could just see she doesn't want to say anything about her friend. Like, she doesn't want to say anything about her friend. Is she hurt? Yes, she's hurt, but you could tell that. In fact, but at the beginning, let's tell ourselves the truth. At the beginning, Dede and Mide was sort of talking about the other ladies in the house, like their sultana and all of that. Though it wasn't that deep, it wasn't as vile as their sultana. But after a while, you could just see that talking about people was not Dede's thing. It was sort of Mide's thing, but it wasn't Dede's thing. Do you understand? And after a while, you could just see that Dede lost interest in all of those small, petty conversation. If not at the beginning, you see those girls, the house was sort of separated. What do I mean by this house was sort of separated? The set of the big girls that Zita called them, the older, what did she even call them? The older, whatever girls, right? You could see that from the one, they had sort of created that demarcation. Do you understand? And the fact that, well, it's I'm happy for Midi that she sort of she sort of, I won't say disassociated, but she sort of created a boundary between her personality and Dede's personality. Because honestly, at the beginning, the hatred that especially their Sultana had for Dede was rubbing off on Midi. And I'm glad that Midi sort of removed herself. But the fact that it's now looking like she's throwing Dede under the bus is the part that is paining me. Do you understand? They don't carry their lights. Are you getting? But the fact that Mide sort of disassociated her personality, because honestly, I'm even one of the person that even said one time like that Mide is going to go far in the game if she sticks to Dede. That was what I saw. I saw she was going to go far in the game if she sticks to her relationship with Dede. But it's still fine that she disassociated herself sort of from Dede, whereby she has her own personality as Mide, and she has her own, and Dede has her own personality as Dede. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say to you? But in the aspect of that part where if only Mide knows, Dede does. Yeah, I'm telling you, and Dede genuinely loves her. And if you look at it, Dede misses Mide more than even Mide misses Dede. I was so happy when Joanna chose her for whatever treat that Biggie gave them. I was so happy because you can see that after that Sunday live eviction show, you could see that Dede especially is struggling because at the end of the day, she needs to talk to her female best friend. And if you look at Joanna Akuma, the new relationship she's also creating with Faith is sort of taking her time as well. So if you look at it low key, Dede is just floating. Although Dede too is trying. You know, I say she's trying. She's someone that still interacts with people anyway. She tries very she interact. You can see like even that yesterday or day before when they were doing all that game or whatever, you can see that she's the game's mistress. You can see she's the one giving them the dares and all of that. It's just that see, let's just watch as this week goes unravel. But it's just so unfortunate that Mide Dede is your friend. Even if Bright, your boyfriend, tells you not to go and talk to her, you still owe her an explanation. But that's by the way, everyone is entitled to the way they want to be. After all, last, everybody came to that house individually. Everybody came to win 150 million. So we shouldn't be expecting Mide to be loyal to Dede or Dede to be loyal to Mide. But it's just that we were giving Mide and Dede's friendship the vibe of Victoria and Cassia's relationship, friendships rather. But if you look at it, these are two different personalities. And I'm so happy that when they come out of the house, Mide will feel ashamed of herself. Like, I'm not saying in a bad way though, but she will feel bad that she did not take Dede's friendship seriously. I'm not trying to say that the friendship was going to take her anywhere, but we just expected to see that female friendship that was going to strive not on negativity. Because if you ask me, friendship that I see striving on negativity is Sultana and Big Soso. Forget that they are claiming that they are sisters. You see that their friendship is striving on negativity. And the day something will happen between the two of them, it won't be good. But I hope it doesn't happen anyway. I hope they hold themselves to that sisterhood that they are claiming, and because when you see vile relationships, even you will recognize it. But you see Media and Dede's own, it was a very nice relationship that I wish, and as if Dede was a soothsayer. You hear when Media was talking about her relationship with Dede, she said that Dede said, please don't allow a guy come between us. So it's like Dede was even a soothsayer, as if she saw it coming that a guy was going to come between she and Mide, right? But not your typical a guy coming in between she and Mide. After all, Dede does not like Bright, right? But you could see that Dede like had foresaw that please let's don't fight over a man, and technically low key that is what is happening. And Bright was helping Dede look for Shizama. I heard someone that said Mide shouldn't talk to Dede. He was even playing snooker with Dede earlier, and I don't know why Mide would not see through it. I don't know why Mide would. That's what I'm telling people, that Bryce might not necessarily have come to Mide for sheep. He just came to Mide, just what Kola is doing. If you ask me, Kola does not really have any strong friendship with Mide per se. Mide is just the person that he can go to get to know more about Dede. Do you understand? Or to get to know some of Dede's weak points. Because what even gave Kola the guts to even begin to think that he can shun Dede, he can stay away from Dede, was when Mide told him that Dede likes him. That when they came into the house, Dede liked that initially. Both she and Dede liked Kola, but eventually they decided to settle. Mide decided to settle for Bright, and then Dede decided to settle for Kola. I don't know if you guys, but let me tell you something again. Do you know Kola's persuasion of Dede is both of them? That's their game. No, no, it's just coincidentally. It was just nah, really. No, it was. We're moving away from there. Okay, we're moving away from there. Coincidentally, it's maybe it just came in, and that's what we're talking about, right? Coincidentally, the conversation is just going along that line, but it's not just Dede we're talking about. According to Mide, she tried talking to Dede during the live show, but Dede wasn't ready to talk, and she never tried again because Bright warned her. Mhm. Even if it's you, but there's something about when you love someone and the person hurts you. The one that you love the most, their hurt, or their disappointment or their betrayal hurts the most. So if she doesn't talk to her, it doesn't matter. Try again. That's why you guys are friends. Let's move to Zita, please. What's people's take on Zita? And there was something Zita said for me that sort of a little bit got me, will I say, scared for her. She said that she's been suicidal before, that she's been under depression. Are you people sure that her outburst, as much as that her outburst made sense? So, right? They said they should talk after live show because she doesn't want people to see them. You see, Dede seems to want to protect that friendship, but that's by the way. Let's just keep watching and see how it goes. Zita's outburst today, talking about the three big girls in the house, but there's something behind that conversation. She said that she's suicidal. She said she has had history of depression. She said she came to be just what she was telling Faith too. She was saying that thing with Faith. Talk about cable, but okay, no Allah. She was saying that thing to Faith that she has been through whatever, and that she came into this house, she came to Big Brother's house as an escape route from real life, but now being in this house, she's beginning to feel trapped again. Are you sure she's not just trying to pick up a fight just to ease tension? But that's by the way. That's by the way. All right, speaking about K-Bobo, me, I normally say that K-Bobo is just wasting his fineness. K-Bobo and Mide have something in common. These people are so fine. K-Bobo is a fine boy. Are you talking of the body? Are you people talking about the face? K-Bobo, I don't understand the accent that K-Bobo has. K-Bobo has one kind of weird accent like that. But anyway, I like the way he talks. He talks as if he's singing, right? K-Bobo is this fine guy that is not even utilizing his handsomeness. And suddenly now, and I started noticing that him and Ivata are beginning to develop one small friendship. K-Bobo to me is not really giving much. That's why I said he's just wasting his beauty. I say he's just wasting his beauty. His handsomeness. I mean, he's a guy, so we'll say he's handsome. He's just wasting his handsomeness. And he just succeeded in being the kitchen prefect. Because aside from that, what is K-Bobo really giving to us? What is K-Bobo? And have people noticed something? K-Bobo easily gets bored, especially all during those their tasks. Have you guys noticed it? With that his size, one would expect him to be competitive. But have you guys noticed that he easily gets bored? Have you guys noticed it? He easily gets bored during all those their tasks. In fact, he's not even doing like somebody that wants to even win any of it. Has he even belonged to any winning team at all? Has he even been in any of the teams that won at all? He seems so laid back. He seems so, I don't know for him. He seems so laid back. I'm telling you, I say beautiful, like handsome, this thing is just wasting. Like if K-Bobo wanted to move the house, see, K-Bobo fit ship 4 girls inside the house at the same time. And they tell you because K-Bobo and when you see K-Bobo on the road, your body go dey shake now. If he's a fine guy, you know what I'm trying to say to you. But I don't know why he just decided to carry himself and put in the kitchen. Well, I don't really know. Have you guys noticed during task? David, you've also noticed it, but he's always bored. He's always like, I don't know for him. I'm telling you, see me as if he's even tired of the house. If only he has been one of fishes of the day. He might have gotten there because they loves food. I swear that they love nobody Koyi use. That's what Koyi is using to trap her now. Koyi is always cooking for her. Exactly. And capable to low key. He also liked Dede. Remember the first time they came now, is it the first or the second night that they came, that the guys were having a conversation with Kola, K-Bobo, who K-Bobo also said he was turned off. You should have just had the story. I'm telling you, K-Bobo also claimed that he was turned off by Dede for rejecting him a hug. And now that rejection of hug that they rejected those guys, the team pained them no be small. Now Kebabo also liked Dede, but here's his head. Yeah, yes, he also likes Dede. He said that the girl will be looking at you. That's what he claimed, that the girl will be looking at you. But when you now try to make an advance towards her, that she will block you. That was she'll be looking at you in a friendly way. That's what he said. He said she'll be looking at you in a friendly way, but the moment you come close to her, she will shun you. That's what he claimed. Kebobo is just there. And there was something that Kebobo did to Imisi that I didn't like. You know, him and Imisi had a good relationship. You understand? In fact, Kola, that's Kebobo was closer to Imisi than Kola is close to her now. And so something happened that they are acting, that they are, was it that their first tax or something like that, if I'm not mistaken, that I think Imisi touched him inappropriately. For me, the way he spoke to her in public was sort of condescending. Now that was one. Then number two, during her fight with Ruboy, the way he came at her as well. You understand the way he came at her. I think Kola does not, Kebobo does not really value Imisi's friendship per se. And I'm so glad that she has shifted away from him. And you know one thing again I love about Imisi? Imisi is open to being friends with everybody. If you know what I'm trying to say to you. Okay, see her friendship with Isabella. I like that their friendship oh, low key. See yesterday that she was fighting, nah, Isabella no be better friend. See that yesterday that she and Faith were fighting. It was she that went to bring chair for Imisi to sit down, went to bring bench for Imisi to even stretch her legs and relax very well and continue to drag the kerosene gallon with Faith. It was so funny that yesterday. It was very, very funny. I'm like, instead of you guys to share fight, people were even encouraging her to do more. Kebobo sort of, I don't know. And I wished he pushed on a storyline. I don't like it doesn't have to be romantic. It doesn't have to be a romantic storyline. But I wish he sort of okay, now see, let me just give you an example. Now look at Imisi and Kola's relationship. Do you guys realize that a lot of people are admiring that their brother-sister relationship? Right now, that was the kind of relation that at the beginning it looked like between Imisi and Kebo, in as much as Imisi was telling Kebo that she liked him. So I think that was why Kebo was trying to draw the line and all of that. But that was by the way. Last, when you look at Imisi does not like anybody in the house. Onto guy. Imisi does not like Imisi is just catching her cruise. Imisi is in character from day one. I say Imisi Imisi does not like anybody in the house. Even the Faith that she was claiming that she likes him is a lie. She didn't like any Faith anything. She was just catching her cruise with the boy. She was just and initially she thought that Faith was a shy person. Later on, she now knew that Faith was not a shy person. Initially, she thought that Faith was a shy person, so she was sort of intimidating him. It was later on she now realized that Faith was not a shy person and she shifted. And let me tell you something with Faith. Are you people sure that Faith is not looking for a sheep? You people should travel back to when Faith and Sultana were sharing beds. Faith, she behaves like a witch. What did she be before? You see that witch now. Now you know. No, she doesn't like him. No, Gaga. See, when you look at Imisi has this communal lifestyle. Imisi has this communal lifestyle where we have each other's back. Be your brother's keeper. And that's what a lot of you are mistaken for. Okay, if you guys are saying that she likes Kola, so what will you people say about Faith? What will you people say about K-Bobo? Are you going to say she likes all those ones too? No. What will you people say about her relationship with Culture? No. Imisi just has this. Okay, did you see the day she and Mensan they were playing? Did you see the day that she and Mensan were playing with it? Will you also say she likes Mensan? No. Imisi has this communal mindset. She has this brotherhood, sisterhood kind of mindset. Do you understand? I don't like, how do I even put it for you? There was a time Sultana even said something. She said, Imisi knows a lot of things, but Imisi might not necessarily be loyal, but Imisi will not throw you under the bus. Yeah. So Sultana said that thing. She was like, she likes Imisi, that Imisi would not throw you under the bus. She's not necessarily loyal to you, but she will not throw you under the bus. Even if she wants to talk to you, she will talk to you based on what concerns you. She doesn't like unnecessarily brings people's talk. Do you understand? Imisi does not like any of those guys. Imisi does not. People should look at Imisi very well. Imisi does not. Imisi is just an actress that flows, that just goes with the flow. Are you getting what I'm trying to say to you? So let me give you an example of a lady that likes a guy and the guy is not liking her back. Ivata versus Mensan. Ivata likes Mensan. Mensan then doesn't like her back. And you can see how she became very scorned. Yeah. You see how now that's an example of a lady that likes. Even See, do you know that even the fight between Imisi and Faith, if you look at it clearly, Imisi does not even hate Faith. It's not by playing with them, it's some certain kinds of. See, Imisi is just an actress. Trust me. If you say you go follow Imisi, you go run, you go fall inside gutter. Imisi just I don't know, she's not this, she doesn't have this condescending trait in her. Do you understand? She doesn't have, she said it now. She said that she knows everybody's looking down on her because she doesn't have money or whatever, whatever. I know what that time that she fought with Rude Boy, that she was just crying. Right? Imisi just values everybody. If you know what I'm trying to say to you. Will I say she was a little bit intimidated by especially the females in the house? Yes. When Imisi first came into the house and saw the ladies, she was shocked. There was that little intimidation. But as the time goes on, she's, I don't know, I would say she's just being herself. If you come close to her, she welcomes you. If you don't come close to her, she stays away from you. Imisi does not impose herself on anybody. Even the Faith and the K-Bobo, if they had not come to her, she won't give them face. Kola too, if Kola had not come close to her, Imisi is just welcoming. Imisi has this grandma kind of vibe where even the children on the street, when they come to her, she will give them food. Imisi just has this grandma kind of vibe. Now you can see as they're doing this, they are minimalistic living. The rest are doing they are doing funky, that they don't know how to use stove, maybe they don't know how to use charcoal. Now you can see Sister Imisi, she's the kitchen prefect this week. Even the K-Bobo self that was the kitchen prefect when they were actually using the main kitchen has sort of, the use of the gas and whatever is Imisi. I just see Imisi as she's just this kind of person that carries everybody along. She's just this now, if you have lived in a community where people are living communally, where bad mind no dey there, do you understand? Where there are no stereotypes, where there are no condescending vibe. If you have lived in an environment like that, you would understand Imisi. Not that if sheep come to her, she will not take, or she will take, but you cannot always act. There are some real character that will show she's acting with makeup and dressing, but character isn't acting. Yes, you're very correct. Yes, not acting. She is totally doesn't. No. That one is natural. I'm not saying that her cooking is acting. No. I'm not saying that her cooking is acting. What I'm saying is that she's this kind of person that flows. It's just like now, let's say you and I, Effie. Okay, now we're just talking virtually online, right? Let's say we meet each other face to face. It's how you and I will flow, right? There's something you will say, I'll also respond. No, nobody's taking in anything personal. If you see me now say, oh boy, this woman, your head big, I'll just laugh and say, like not taking things personal per se. Now that's the way I see Imisi. Imisi just flows with everybody like that. In as much as she also misunderstands things, so because sometimes when Imisi, I don't know that her one is acting. When Imisi wants to misunderstand things, hi, she will just misunderstand things upside down. Like, hi, yeah. So she's just that kind of person. She's open to everybody. She's open to tomorrow, even if Faith forget. Okay, see that yesterday you could see that I don't know that is hunger that kept Faith close to her. This the Faith was trying to warm. He was trying to. I don't know. I think he was trying to talk to her, but she don't even give her face. Yesterday that he sat down where she was cooking. Yeah, but he was having one or two conversations with Isabella. You could see that he was trying to warm up to Imisi. But I don't know, maybe she was busy cooking or something. I don't know, or she was still holding on to whatever beef that they had, And there's something with Imisi. Imisi is very sensitive. Now, Imisi knows that most of the people in that house are looking down on her. She's not stupid. She knows that most of the people in that house are looking down on her. So when she senses disrespect, that's one thing I like with Imisi. When she senses disrespect, she puts full stop. I noticed that thing with her. When she senses disrespect, she puts full stop. See, when she and Rubo were having issues, that K-Bobo came and also contributed to fighting her while she was having issue with K-Bobo and while she was having issue with Ruboy. You could see that she stayed away from K-Bobo. Yes, she stayed away from him. Not until when they managed to have one or two conversations, she now told him, this is what you did to me. If you claim that you're my friend, I was wrong. Yes, but draw me by the side. You don't have to join others to fight me. Like yesterday too, there was something Joanna did that I didn't understand. Was she playing both sides? I swear those two want to kill themselves. I just don't understand Imisi and Faith. But still, you can still say that there's no bad blood. You notice that yesterday Faith was trying to like warm his way to her. Like he was trying to talk to her when she was in the kitchen, but she didn't have his time. Not necessarily that, but she didn't have his time. But I don't know, say Faith get that kind of temper. Like Faith has a huge. Do you know that yesterday he does not even know how to off that stove? He had to call Tracy to tell Tracy, like that guy. I said he should be. He does not know that there's something they call fire kerosene. I don't know that they don't have fire in Lagos, but here in Port Harcourt we have fire. Kerosene can explode here like bomb. Oh. Hey, but that yesterday he overacted. Yes, what Imisi did to was wrong. You know, now they lost their wager, and anytime you know they lose wager, there's is usually hunger strike. So it's like they are just managing some things in the house, especially the protein, in order for it to sustain them for the week. So it's like Imisi now took the protein without permission. But this is, you see, it was just miscommunication if you ask me, because yesterday I watched that fight. I watched that fight. Now Imisi wanted to cook for people. Do you understand? She wanted to cook for close to 10 people. So she went to pick up protein at quite a size because she wanted to cook for 10 people. Now, the thing is that Faith expected her to come and ask. Like, I don't, she is, but you know, don't forget that right now, Imisi and Faith, they have small issues among them. Do you understand? So, there's that thing that Faith is expecting of Imisi. Imisi no go give her. So, Faith was expecting Imisi to ask for permission, but but nah, Imisi to Hawala too much. Oh. Even if you don't want to ask head of house Faith for permission, you can ask K Bobo. You and K Bobo get issue. You and K Bobo not get issue. And the way I love the way Faith did the thing, even if you don't want to come and ask him, ask K Bobo. If you have issues with him, you cannot come and ask him. Ask K Bobo. Now, what was wrong with Imisi going to tell K Bobo? I beg, I want to cook for so people. I beg, man, fetch protein. Now, Faith felt that Imisi was being disrespectful. She does not take nonsense, yes, but sometimes I don't know. There's how Imisi does. Like Imisi does not have an issue following Bibera rules, but she has an issue following the head of house rules. Who was the head of house before? Last week was Ruboy, ba? I sure she did not do that thing during Ruboy. She also did that. I don't know. They've always been having issue with Imisi when it comes to food. Imisi just goes to take food without permission. And it's like the way they run it in the house, especially each time they lose wager, they have to be very meticulous with their food so that it can sustain them. Do you understand? And I love this set for one thing. They don't waste food. That's one thing I like. She's not supposed to ask Faith to. Faith appointed kitchen prefect. She should have asked them, not Faith. But she did not ask anybody. Efe, she did not ask anybody. She just went straight to the fridge to pick up beef and to pick up protein without asking anybody. She did not ask Faith. She did not ask Kebobo. Kebobo is Kebobo. You know, yesterday it was Kebobo. Like I was seeing the whole thing back and forth, but it was Kebobo that even made me understood the fight properly. But the way Faith acted was too much. Yes, but no, he's the way he acted. Kai. He would have put God forbid. That's why I said it's like they're locked in that house. It's like Big Brother bought them original kerosene. If you say that fire way in buy them, they are that thing that Faith did, even he himself, he was at risk, he was at danger. He does not even know how to on the off the stove. He now called Tracy to come and show him how to off the stove. Next thing he now carried the kerosene, poured inside. Like although he admitted that yes, what he did was wrong. He actually admitted that what he did yesterday was, and as a medical doctor for that matter, you were putting everybody's life at risk. That thing he did was very dangerous. It was very risky. You get, it was too much. Like for me, he overreacted. But the question is, if it wasn't Imisi, would he have overreacted? There was a conversation. Yes, that is what I'm saying. That's where the issue is, but because she doesn't like Faith, so she will disobey on purpose. But Faith, yes, he acted badly. Yes. He felt bad. He admitted that yesterday he was wrong, and you could, but you know, Imisi again. But you know, Imisi is another very complicated person. Even if Faith apologized to her, we should accept his apology. You remember the first fight that they fought in the kitchen about pots, whatever, that is it that Faith threw pot at her? I don't know. Their first fight, she and Faith, on top, I don't know why they are good at fighting in kitchen matter. Where is it that Faith threw a pot on her or I don't know. You know, Faith came and apologized to her and she refused to accept the apology. So this one too, if he comes to apologize, will she still accept? But Faith really was his action. You know, there's an action and reaction. He overreacted. What he did was extreme yesterday. And what he did affected everybody in the house. And probably that was why Big Brother said he should sleep outside. Not necessarily that Big Brother supported Imisi over Faith. You know, some people were saying that Big Brother supported Imisi over Faith. No. Why I like Faith is that he can apologize when he's wrong, but Imisi never apologizes. Imisi they agree say she did wrong. Imisi she's always correct now. Imisi they ever agree say she did wrong. Even when she had that her fight with Rude Boy, you know, she went to Big Brother and she was trying to gaslight Big Brother. Now Big Brother balance her where she's supposed to. Imisi does not even agree that she's wrong. That's the problem with Imisi. That's another problem that I have with Imisi. I don't know for her. I don't know if she acts like she has this low IQ, but Imisi does not have a low IQ. She acts like I think that's her own strategy. She acts like That thing has reduced. Do you know that thing self has reduced? The first time, Imisi acts like ordinary com self. She doesn't even understand com. Imisi acts like she has a very low intelligent quotient. Eh? She acts like she's very dull. She acts like she's backward. She acts like she's a village girl. But I think that's her own script that she came into the Big Brother house with. And it's okay. After all, it's a game house. People want to win 150 million for this Nigeria. I get that kind of money. I don't retire with that now. Do you understand? I understand her, but it is what it is. See, if there's anything, I swear, this is like one of the best Big Brother show that I am watching. I am enjoying so far. Okay, aside from Pepper Them was another season that I enjoyed. They attach at them and their messy okay was another one I enjoyed. You see this, especially in that session. Yeah, she became but she exactly. Missy gets serious probably. Yeah, see how the whole house ganged up. I'm telling you. But Missy behavior from well, if you see, at the end of the day, this is a show and it's all about ratings. I think Biggie also they like it now. You can see it's giving them rating. It's really giving them. That's why I see that. You see, yes, it's giving them rating. If you look at it, it's like they like it. They like it. You get? Yes, I'm telling you, another season that is close to Pepper Them is this season. I tell you, this 10/10 season. It's a big problem with him, because he wants sometimes make mistakes. But if you ask for forgiveness, you forgive. Abio. So Imisi, me, I don't know for Imisi lifestyle. Oh. I don't know. But then it's only Faith she has had that issue with. If you look at she and Ruben, and I think they are fine now. I think they are fine. They are fine because I swear, Imisi and Faith, you're very correct. I'm telling you, Afrakuma, you're very correct. Imisi and Faith, whoa, those two people. No, that yesterday, see, at the end of the day, like I said, is rating. Mm. Ah, if you see that queen, she have I bet see Imisi fans, we could tell her again, make she they talk sorry. Ha! And the way she will, and you know the part I love about Imisi, I don't know that people like that part. When Imisi the verse, she they forget how to speak English. When she starts speaking that Yoruba, I don't even understand what she's saying. No. Yeah, I know they're bonding well. No, but I don't know how true it is. Koyi is claiming that Imisi is his crush. How true is it? I mean, it's just his strategy. Do you notice something? The housemates have noticed that people like Imisi. Hey, the housemates have noticed that Imisi has fans. Have you noticed that those of them that were looking down on her before, they're gradually now beginning to warm up to her? I don't know if you guys have noticed it. Koyi was saying that he has a crush on Imisi. How true is that crush? She's always up to she just as she has promised. But he fed him too. He's also frustrating her. Even the faith himself is also frustrating her. Koyi, I don't know that is my ear. Sometimes when this camera is moving back and forth, it takes you, it takes time for you to understand. Koyi said that when he wins head of house, that he's not going to choose Dede, that he's going to choose Imisi, that Imisi is his crush. Like the thing did me as if I did not hear well. Yes, Koyi and Imisi started well. But later on, Koyi now wanted to bring one spiritual thing that did not understand. He now started saying that his spirit does not align with Imisi. That is him as if Imisi want to steal his strategy. That imagine he was in the swimming pool. Imisi came to meet him that they should swim. I don't know if now I'm trying to say to you, okay, he's joking, but yes, at the beginning, Imisi and Koyi had a good relationship. All of a sudden, Koyi was one that now brought one kind of spiritual feeling that his spirit does not align with the girl, like whatever he claimed, and then he quickly shifted from her. If not, yes, Koyi and Imisi were in a very good place before. Then there was that fight that he also involved him, that I think Imisi fought with everybody in the house that day. I think that fight started with whoself. Before anything, Sultana entered the fight, Koyi to enter the fight, the whole house turned upside down. Okay, he was just joking, Abi. Okay, because the thing did me as if I wasn't hearing well. I say, when did Koyi start crushing on Imisi? Imisi and Koyi, at the beginning, the first week, they were good. They were very, very good together. That's why when people are saying that Imisi likes Kola, she likes Kebobo, Imisi does not like any of those guys in that house. Imisi is just catching her cruise. Any fish that enter her net, she will chop the fish. But she does not have anything personal. She does not have anything romantic. If people look at Imisi's character is all around. Yes, that's why we Rubo. Yes, that before anything going to entered and all of that. I think she know all of them are Yoruba. So I think when she was now saying some things in Yoruba, all of them were now offended. I think she even said she was going to beat Koyi. I don't know now. Rubo caused that fight between them. Yes, not that Rubo caused the fight. It was Koyi that entered the fight. Rubo was having his fight, him and Imisi. Koyi entered the fight. You understand? Koyin, and that was it. And it didn't pain Imisi because she thought that she and Koyin had a good relationship. But that period now, I don't know why Koyin was saying that his spirit does not, that is doing him as if Imisi want to steal his strategy. I really don't know why Koyin brought that discomfort. And suddenly, when that fight happened, of course, because he already had something in his mind, so he just fought. And no, it was because Imisi, no. Yes, very close. I'm saying now, Millie and Nathaniel. That's what I'm saying, that they were very close. It was after that fight that they had issue. It was because Imisi, no, it was because Imisi, if she likes someone, she does extra. Be same way her and Faith fell apart. Koi doesn't like Imisi self. They warned him from talking bad about Imisi self because it isn't nice. Eh, Koi self, can you get your own quest too for her? The first week, Imisi and Koi very close, oh, but after a while, I don't know what happened. He now don't mind Koi, thinks he he even knows what he's saying. I'm telling you, Koyi is, I don't know. Koyi has this plenty sides to him that sometimes Koyi behaves like a small child, but sometimes again he behaves matured. I don't know. There's something about Koyi, like, I don't know. Permit me to use this word. Koyi is tucked. He's tucked. If you know what I'm trying to say to you, he's tucked in between being a boy and a man. My own personal observation. Koyi is tucked in between being a boy and a man. I don't know if what I'm saying here makes sense to any of you. He there's this side of him, and I think in as much as yes, Scholar gets his own for body, his media around his downfall, or he likes to talk too much about people. I understand what Kola was saying in as much as it was taken out of context just because he used Chihuahua. He used a Chihuahua to make a reference to Queen. But I understand what Kola was coming at, whereby Queen can be manly one moment, and then one moment he can behave like a small child. Do you understand? Truly, what I see, Koini is like someone that is stuck in between being a boy and a man. One moment he is a man, one moment he is a boy. Like he's stuck in between that. I don't know. You guys should, what do you guys think about that? No, Koini is very matured. Okay, if you guys, but sometimes he plays both sides for me. I think everybody talk bad about Emisi to him. Okay, everybody talk about bad about Emisi. That is why he's kind of hinged small. Same way Ruboy talked bad about Dede. That's why Koyin said he will play Dede in the beginning. Oh, really? No, Koyin is very mature, though. He is a refinement season. He's finally fully transformed. All right, if you say so. That guy's sense of humor is something else. Yes, that's what I'm telling you. He's trapped in between being a man and a boy. I agree with you. Going ask Charles, yes, thank you, Gaga Efe. That's why I say you people should call. But in my own observation, honestly, I see him like he's tucked in between. When he's very smart and matured. Efe is very mature. No, honestly, Mil and Nathaniel. Honestly, just put your eye now. I'll watch him. Do you know why I said he's tucked in between being a boy and a child? Being a boy and a man. Koyi will do something and Queen will go and blab about it. Yeah, of course, that one is normal now. They are all dead fishes now. Have you forgotten? Kola is just paying person called Queen. Yes, sure. See, I heard that conversation. Right? That he was having. Where he's now, he was like, he literally is saying something similar to what I'm saying. Koyin one moment is acting very mature. Then all of a sudden he will switch and now act like a small child sometimes. Well, which is okay. He's just growing. He's a Gen Z, if you know what I'm trying to say to you. But Kola, his own, he went deeper than what you and I are discussing. Exactly, he blabs about his plan, which is immature. Now you understand, Efe. That's what I'm saying. Koyi is in between being a boy and a man. We're not saying he's like, it's not like, how do I even try to say, some people tend to take everything like an insult. It's not an insult. Now, if Kola had not added that chihuahua to his conversation about Koyi, it wouldn't have looked vindictive. Do you understand? It wouldn't have sounded spiteful. But what Kola was saying made sense in as much as the Kola he himself too, how far, how market, him too is he matured. Because Kola too, for me, he's emotionally immature. Kola is emotionally immature. You can't tell me you love a lady and you're spitting all your business with the lady to everybody. Imisi and Kola were even wearing purple today. Are you serious? They did a shebi today. I've not even sat down to watch today. We've not really had light. But I'll soon on this thing generator and see what I can get out of them. I swear, I say, if this show ends, what am I going to watch? Hell, God, oh. After this show ends, we'll do another 1 month gisting about them. Talking about them. Coca-Cola is exactly. So even the color that is even condemning the coin, to me, if you keep color and keep coin for me, I'll choose coin 100 times over color. The color he himself that is doing talking, nah, color get wahala. Is this? But let's just say it's a game. I hope this is not color real life. It's a game. It's a game. It's a game. I beg me. I want to say it's a game. Color is just playing a game. I don't want to believe that this is the nature of color. Color is just play. What he said, I heard that conversation, right? What he said was similar to what I'm saying. But you know what spoiled the whole thing was when he started calling Konyi a chihuahua. Was when he now started taking the thing too personal. Like when he now started trying to, like, you know, where you're trying to run somebody down. You know, when you're trying to like downplay somebody, Kola talks too much. And my problem with Kola is that he does not chew his words before he brings them out. You get, he does not push his. If why are you pushing wrong narrative? Queen said that only to Rubo in silence without anyone knowing. So how is he bragging? We know now, it's not camera. Kola Kola talks too much. Kai, do you know that even that kiss, whatever, there was a lot of misunderstanding online about the kiss with him and Dede. Do you know that everybody just said you guys should chill? It's Kola. He will tell us by himself. And true, he now came. I think it was even one that made us realize that it wasn't really a kiss, a kiss. It was more like a peck. And let me tell you guys something. Well, I don't want to overhype Dede. In as much as Dede is another fine girl that has a good game, I don't want to I don't want to overhype her, right? But at the end of the day, if Kola does not come to Dede, I hope people know that Dede doesn't have game. See, they all need each other. Kola needs Dede, Dede needs Kola. And that is why sometimes now Kola is Dede is acting like, you know, when you want to lure a child, you give them candy. One moment you collect the candy back, then the child will be pursuing you to collect the candy. So I feel that is what Dede is doing. When Dede senses like Kola is trying to shift away from her, she now comes and just try to be. And because Kola is crazy about Dede, he just cannot resist the temptation. If you understand what I'm trying to say to you here, Dede needs Kola, Kola needs Dede. That's the truth. If Kola stays away from Dede, all of us that are watching will get bored seeing how it's going. Because if you look at her conversation with Kanye, what are they saying? Dede game has scattered, the guys has run away. No, how? No, would you say she has run away? How? How would you say the guys are running away? Is it not the color that is still following her up and down? Is it not Kanye that is still following her up and down? Right now, it's like she and Kanye are even sharing bed space. Even before they started this their minimalistic living, inside the house they were literally sharing a bed. The fish is never run. Yesterday I saw Jason was seriously playing with her, trying to get her attention. Those are fishes that still deal. Even if they are trying to shift, Dede has a way of knowing how to bring them closer. See, those guys, I don't know how to put it. They really like Dede, right? So Dede has this power over them. I don't know how I'm going to put it. Maybe the person I will even say Dede doesn't even have so much power over his Koyin. Koyin told Victory and Culture that he's close to Dede to know what she's up to. See, you see one thing sometimes, talk is cheap. And if you look at it, Koyin was not necessarily saying outright, because I watched that conversation, it was in the night. They were sitting down that they are dining. They did games katake at all. If that's what I'm saying, they are still around her. Now, that conversation, it was in a particular context, not necessarily Koyi was saying that. Koyi is not following her up and down, they are just friends. Exactly. Now, that conversation that you're talking about, Effie, it was in a particular context. He had to, okay, at first the talk was even about Victory and Gigi, where Victory was saying that it was almost like he wished he didn't go and talk to Gigi. Like, Victory was a bit confused because he now felt that the narrative he was trying to play is not playing out the way he wants it to play. So Konyi, I think, was just making an example. Yes, he's not interested in Dede. Obviously, you can see it now. He's not interested. Both of them, you can see that they don't really have that romantic chemistry, but they have a very friendly chemistry. You understand? He might at the beginning maybe have liked her, but currently, if you ask me, it's just a friendly whatever. It's just a friendly vibe between the both of them. But see, Kony, that's the part that when people, I remember when online everybody was saying that Kony is betrayer. Da, 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 da. No, it was in a particular context. It's just like now somebody is talking about their issue. Yeah, it's just like that thing I was telling you about Telma, where she has that me syndrome, where you're telling her about your issue and she's putting herself in the picture of your issue. Now, literally, for me, that was what Koini did. Victory was talking about his issue with Jasmine, right? And so Koini now was not telling Victory not to like push Jasmine away or something like that. Just stay with her and know her plans, because Victory now was trying to was trying to say something like maybe Jasmine is trying to play a game, she's trying to play a victim, she's trying to paint him bad or something like that. So Konyi was now saying something like, "Hey, you see somebody like Dede too. He's close to her. Not that it wasn't like he was." For me, if I understood the conversation, this English, as I always tell you, is not our language. So sometimes understanding English is difficult for a lot of us. Koyin could have given advice without including Dede. And probably that it was just his reference. Because yes, that is the problem, Efe. You see this reference in different contexts can cause problem. Why did you say Tracy for your hand? Okay, when she denied, Ebuka said that she had a crush on Koyin. She said, no, no, no. But did she ever say that? I didn't come across anything like that. I was surprised when Ebuka said that thing. I was surprised. For me, I would love Koyin with Joanna. I'll prefer Koyin with Joanna than with Tracy. I don't know. I would just prefer Koyin with Joanna, because for me, they give me that Gen Z vibe. When you look at Tracy, sometimes she's an introvert and an extrovert at the same time. When you look at Joanna and Koyi, I see them flowing, even out aside from romantic aspect. Even if they don't end up being romantic, for me, I just see them as flowing as good friends. Did you get Koyi, who could have given advice without including Dede in that convo, because he referenced her to something that is not good? Yes, culture and victory would see it that he's playing Dede. Yes, not only culture, even we saw it that way. I'll trace it for Tracy would have stayed longer in the house with Koyi, but she messed up by denying that thing. The thing is this, they are looking at Koyi in that house like one small boy. And I don't know why. Sultana was the first person that saw his potentials, but later on, when that whole thing happened between she and Jason and Ebuka outing the fact that Koyi had kissed her, the whole thing just went south. Right, that they have matching vibes. You mean matching vibes with Joanna? For me, I see matching vibes more with Joanna and Koyi than with Tracy. Because there's something about Tracy. Like I said, Tracy is an introvert and an extrovert at the same time. I'm just glad that Stacey stayed longer in that house, because at some point Stacey was invincible in that house. It was even that her week of head of house that for me I saw something about Tracy that I really liked. Right, but Jojo and Koyin have similarities because they both in model. Yes, that's what I'm saying. They could work well. Exactly. That's what I'm trying. Yeah, I agree with you too. I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you. But that Joanna said she used to have a crush, or she had a crush on Koyin. She said it, that she had a crush on Koyin, but I don't know, it just didn't happen. But Joanna said she had a crush on Koyin. But Tracy said she had a crush on Koyin was the one that I wasn't. It's okay. Was the one that I wasn't. I never heard. Yes, the Joanna is very good for. Yes, you see, Tracy's own is the one that I've never heard. Like, it's not like I watched the show 247, but I didn't come across that information until that day that Ebuka said it. But Joanna's own, I've heard Joanna saying that she had a crush on Queen. I think she was even, was it Dede she was telling also that when Queen came in, that she really had a crush on him, but somehow it couldn't play out well. But what do you guys think about Joanna and Faith and Dr. Faith? And Dr. Faith, what do you guys think? Do you know, it's like since he even invited her to that room, has she slept in that head of house room at all? What do you guys think about that? And I like Joanna. Like at the beginning, when Joanna came in, I wasn't feeling the girl. But later on, now hearing her conversation, see, this season, oh boy, the cameramen are trying. Sometimes if I want to be angry for themselves, I'll just say, nah, they are trying. It's not easy. Like everybody's creating content in that house. Yeah, yes. I noticed it too. Yeah, I think she also prefer. Yes. I noticed it. Like she wishes Jason can come around more. But Jason, that Jason is all over the place. She wishes that Jason can come around more. You get, yes, yes, I've noticed it too. You could see that if she's having a conversation with Jason, she's excited. You could see she wants the conversation to keep going on and on and on. But you know now, Jason is everywhere. Yes, I like her more. Honestly, I like her vibe. I like like she's just, I don't know. Well, I'm just happy that they weren't evicted early, because some of these people that were beginning to like at the beginning, they were laid back, they were quiet, or probably it was just the camera that were not getting to them. You understand? Joanna is a vibe. And I don't know, as day goes by, she's getting finer. I don't know if it's my eye. When she first came, she wasn't really that fine for me. But as the day goes by now, I'm just seeing a very beautiful girl. To be honest with you, when she first came in, I don't know that maybe it's her, maybe it was the makeup she wore that day, or I don't know, but there's just something about Joanna that is getting finer and finer every day. Like just gets finer, honestly speaking. You know, when Dede even came into the house, Dede was not even like, she was not somebody that captured me like, okay, I'm a lady before people, I'm straight, and I'm straight by the way. But what I'm trying to say is that like Dede was not, I didn't see her as wow, see this beautiful girl. No, but okay, which word am I going to use? Like, her beauty was not overwhelming. The person that I saw and her beauty was overwhelming for me, was Mide. Mide is too fine. Mide looks like mixed breed. You understand? She looks like half caste with Chinese or Japanese. Mide is so fine. When I saw Mide, I'm like, wow, Mide is so beautiful. Mide was one person that I saw among the ladies, and she was too fine for me. Then another person again that was too fine for me was this girl was Big Soso. Big Soso, when she came on stage, she was another very beautiful lady. I'm not saying she's not fine up to now, she's fine, but I'm just trying to say the ladies that captured my eye. Then Sultana too was another lady that also captured my eye, to be honest with you. Like, black really looked good on her. Her makeup that day was very fine. Yeah, Sultana too entered my eye. Then which get, like, to be honest with you, Dede was not even someone that entered my eye. I know she entered last. You see the cloth she wore that day now, almost her up, the whole of the up and the back was open. Like, it wasn't about that, but it wasn't when the guys started drawing all over her that I even now started taking note of her. But to be honest with you, Dede was not someone that left a lasting memory in my head when she entered the first day. The person that left a lasting memory in my head was Mide. That girl is so fine. Then Zita too, Black Beauty. Zita too was another lady that when she entered, I'm like, man, this girl is so beautiful. Yeah, Bisoso Sultana Dede. What? Thank you, Efe. I share our eye saw the same thing. Bisoso Sultana Dede, and Dede did not really wow me. To be honest with you, Dede did not really wow me. It was when the drama started, when all the guys were going towards her face card. That's when I now said, okay, let's see this girl. You understand? Even up to now, I won't say Dede is the finest. Dede, I think, is her charisma that is making Dede very, very attractive. That is why when that so-called kiss with Kola happened, you could see a lot of people now lost interest in Dede. It wasn't all about Dede's looks, it was all about Dede's charisma. She has the body, she has the height, if you guys know what I'm trying to say to you. But to me, it's more of Dede's charisma. Is more of her charisma over even her so-called physical look. Do you get what I'm trying to say? The way she carries herself. See, I don't know. Beauty is there, right? Beauty, they say, lies in the eyes of the beholder. Physical beauty is there, no doubt. But I hope you know, internal beauty also. Media wasn't beautiful to me. Really, Media was so fun. She was squeezing her face. Yes, or not really. Wow, yeah, beauty. No, me from day one. From day one, I'm like, God, this fine guy. I think she was the second person to enter, if I'm not mistaken. After Zita, I think the second person to enter the house was Midi. She's so beautiful. Yeah, she was sort of frowning her eye, her face that day, and she was just looking at people with one kind of bad eye. When people are talking, I don't know, for her, she came up with one kind of, I don't know, she came up with one kind of aura that I didn't understand anyway. But that girl, for me, Mida is the finest girl in that house. So I don't know, this is just like they say, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. But when we talk of face cut, like physical beauty, Mida is the finest. Mida with or without makeup, she looks the same. Mida with or without makeup, makeup does not enhance her beauty. It does not reduce her beauty. It does not. For me, midday with or without makeup, she's the same for me. She's the same in my eye. But see someone like Sultana, makeup fits Sultana. Makeup makes Sultana more beautiful. That's the truth. Without makeup, there is a difference. Sultana, there's a difference. Yes, and plus the fact that Sultana is bleaching her skin, I think that is what is even making that difference very obvious. Sultana is bleaching her skin. It is the finest for me. Abito, they say lies, beauty lies in there. She's fine. I'm not no doubt, but like for me, Mide is fine. Honestly, that was why I was even disappointed in Mide when she's even allowing herself to speak about who fine pass between she and Dede. She's fine, and I don't know why she's feeling intimidated. I don't know why she's feeling small. I don't know why Mide is like, well, just like I said, in my eye, maybe in your eyes, that's how they say beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. For me, Mide is the finest girl in that house. She's the finest girl in that house. She is. Sultana is because she's bleaching her skin. So without makeup, her skin looks uneven. So makeup is what makes the skin looks even and sharp. But without makeup now, the skin looks dirty. I don't know that you guys have noticed her. Was it last week when she entered the diary room? I'm like, why is this girl doing this? See her hands, see now, see all her neck here. Kai God. Mm. Abi Dede is still the most beautiful. Without, yeah, no, Dede too is beautiful. That even Fibara said Dede is the most beautiful. Okay, that big camera does Dede no. Are you serious? Really? Okay. So if Fibara said that, then it's true. Then it's true. Then it's true. Dede is black beauty. Yes, I know there are some people that are not photogenic. She understand. So the camera doesn't show their beauty. There are some people like that. But when you see them in real life, God, why some people are photogenic? She's fine. I'm not saying that, but for me, between Dede and in my own eye, that's why I keep telling you, in my own eye, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. In my own eye, do you know? Even among the guys, Koyi is the finest for me. In my own eye, Koyi is the finest guy. Who be bright where Koyi day? You see, you see Nathaniel now saying Sultana is the most beautiful. Sultana is also very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. But I prefer Sultana on makeup than not. Now, the reason why without makeup she looks somehow is because Sultana is bleaching her skin. So that pigmentation, that hyperpigmentation makes her look somehow, makes her look off when she's without makeup. But aside from that, she's a very beautiful girl. Don't get it twisted, because someone has to even be fine before makeup looks good on them. Like, see Ivata too. When Ivata wears makeup too, she looks very beautiful, right? She's without the makeup too, she's fine. See, without the makeup too, she's fine. If you guys know what I'm trying to say to you. But if you tell me to choose, like that's why they say beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Between Mide and what is her name and Dede, Mide is finer for me. I don't know that. So I don't know. Just like somebody said, she's black beauty. Maybe because Mide is a little bit light skinned. If you think Mide is pretty across to each other, yes, Mide is very beautiful. So it hurts that she thinks, yes, competition. Thank you. God bless you. Beauty is not by face, but beauty no get so no. But now me, I'm talking about face. I'm talking about facial beauty. When I talk facial beauty, I'm talking about facial beauty. Mide is the finest. She's the cutest girl in that house. Talking of facial beauty, Koyi is the finest guy. Thank you, Jared. Chap Naku, Nathaniel. Koyi is fine. Me, I don't know what's in the talk say bright fine. Me, I know anyway. It's just like they say, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Koyi is the finest guy for me in that house. K-Bobo is another fine guy, you plus the body build. Do you understand? But when you talk of cuteness, facial cuteness, Koyi is hands down. I know Koyi was the first guy that entered the house. I'm like, oh, my, this boy too fine. Coco Melon, I swear. I said, Koyi was the first guy that entered the house. When I saw him too, I'm like, oh, more with this fine G, like, you with this fine guy. Behind him, all the other guys were not looking fine. I think another person that, okay, K-Bobo, fine boy, that kind of thing. But Koyi hands down. And Koyi too has a fine body. You forget that he's pekere. He does not have big muscle like K-Bobo, but he also has a fine fit. Has a slim, fine fit, him too. See, those guys, I just hope that when they come out, they'll get endorsements. Those guys, they are fine. They are fine. Koyi is a fine guy. K-Bobo is fine, but I don't know why K-Bobo is wasting his handsomeness in that house. K-Bobo is just, I don't know. And then he went to carry himself and keep inside kitchen. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Faith is also a fine guy. Yeah, Faith is a fine guy, Christiana, but I don't like that his hair. That his hair doesn't fit him. For me, Faith would have been finer if he was carrying his hair like Queen than that that he did. I don't like that his hair. And if you notice, he's even battling with the hair because you can see he's covering the hair more than he's exposing the hair. So why are you keeping something that you're covering more? If you notice, he's always covering the hair. He's tying hair tie just like Manson. Do you understand? He's covering the hair more than he's exposing the hair. So to me, the hair doesn't look good on him. I don't like it on him. Faith is a very fine boy. Don't get it twisted. But I wish without that hair. I don't like that hair he's carrying. I don't like it. I have nothing against guys having hair. Oh. Don't get it twisted. But that hair, it doesn't fit everybody. A guy carrying dreadlocks or plaiting his hair, it doesn't fit everybody. There are some guys that hair used to fit, but there are some guys now that color they vest. Yeah, he's not really fighting. Yeah, but he knows how to speak English. You know that when people know how to speak English in this Nigeria, we used to see it as fine guy. Say color get flows. Aquafina loves Kanye already. Abi, I hope he gets endorsements with them. He will fit into their spec well. Coin and color is English. If you got, in fact, the English says sometimes used to still confuse me. Oh. Have you people seen color in diary room? Do you know? I don't know when color is talking in Big Brothers, and I say, come, he's a different personality. He's a different personality. Dede black skin is natural. And yes, has to say very well. Dede is someone that takes care of her skin very well. If you see, she's a skincare enthusiast. Another person that has a very beautiful skin again is Telma. Oh. Have you guys seen Telma? God, have you seen her today's pool party? People should just observe. Telma's body is evenly distributed, like from her face to her legs. They are seamless. They are seamless. I don't know what I'm trying to say to you. Like, have you guys seen? Oh, I'm a woman. Let me be careful talking about another woman. But have you guys seen Telma? Telma skin is. Telma is another one. Telma is another girl that. Woo! Her body looks like something that you should wash your hand first before you touch it. No, Dede too is another beautiful. See, I'm not taking it away from Dede. I don't even know why Dede is not even in the modeling scene. Maybe something she's not interested in. But Dede is another very beautiful girl. Very, very, very beautiful girl. And I'm so glad that this season nobody has a fake, nobody has BBL. Everybody's body is natural. But I don't know why Sultana was saying that Isabella did use fillers on her lips. I don't know how true that is. I don't know. Sultana was saying that Isabella used fillers. I swear. It was fight now. You know now. You said there's some things you don't take personal. There's something they call current language. If there's something they call current language, some people will just use bad mouth, but there's other guys they pay me like I'm telling you, it's just current language. I just see it as current language. You get no, this cement indeed they are all natural. Yes, Christiana, you've noticed it, but I don't know why Sultana was saying that Isabella used fillers on her lips. I don't know. But all of them, nobody has BBL, everybody is natural, and that's what I love. Aside from Sultana that is bleaching her skin self, nobody is bleaching their skin again. All the ladies, I think, is all their natural color. Aside from Sultana, I don't know if Ivata is also bleaching her skin. No, I think Ivata is naturally fair. Aside from Sultana, no other person is. The dark girls are rocking their fair skin. That is it. Okay, guys, let me end the live stream here. Tomorrow, same time, we'll come back again and talk. Let me go and watch what is happening. Today is what, Thursday? Okay, so I'm sure they will do their task early so that they will do pool party. Let us see. Tomorrow there will still be gist again. It's so clean. I have noticed it. Yes, Natema is very clean. I swear, skin like milk. That's why I said she's either also into, because that day that they were having that X7 task, she was also very good with skin care. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me see. I'll see. But there's something I was talk with David. I'll be talking behind the scene. Now, a lot of people have issues with me talking. The reason why I talk is so that they will not give me copyright. Like you see, I don't know, as a content creator, if you're not a content creator, you might not understand that thing. Sure, you understand. Now, sometimes that my voice behind the scene helps me not to get copyright. Honestly speaking, you get, and sometimes that because this channel is not monetized, you can see that the super chat is not even activated. So I'm trying to get this channel monetized. So if I keep using their content, they might not allow me monetize. I bet Mona no verse. All right, let me see how it's going to be. I'll stream it. But people should just manage me like that to Abemona Noves. I beg. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. I really appreciate all of you for coming. Thank you. So let me see, Sha. If they started okay, no, this is 5:25. I don't think the game have started. Maybe, well, let's just see. If it starts, I'll stream it, okay? All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you. Thanks. Bye.